This is Fieldwrk, a highly skilled marketing agency focused on the blue-collar industry, telling stories about everything from heavy machinery to a man with a shovel. And while the company that you see today is a highly skilled, well-oiled machine, the way they started out had some growing pains, particularly in the area of their post-production workflow.
We used to be using a literal wall of hard drives, and that's where footage went to die.
From my experience in post-production, being involved with well over a decade, we had our own agency internal kind of IT systems for drives, and that was always kind of spotty. But post-COVID world, it wasn't really sufficient.
This is my biggest pet peeve, especially like DPing or being with DPs, is like, if that shot doesn't make it to the edit, nobody will ever see it ever again. That's unfortunate because, I don't know, maybe 60% of the stuff that we shoot, sometimes on shoots, never sees the light of day. The goal was, how do we take all of the stuff that we're shooting, when the client is spending thousands of dollars on this stuff, and giving them access to something that they can repurpose 1,000,000 times and create 1,000 videos out of one, maybe 2 shoots.
So between their post-production woes and their effort to let no clip go to waste, the team turned to Shade to streamline their post-production workflow. Here's what their process looks like now.
From that, we've come up with a whole system and kind of catalog of folder structures for content. So once AV stays in the field and you wrap day 2 of a 2-day production, he can upload that footage that evening, night in the hotel room, whatever, that'll be up on Shade. From there, instantly we can have our editors pick up and start ingesting that footage. And what we primarily adopted Shade to do is to use it as a series to build up a video library. But what was really awesome about the Shade adaptation into our kind of workflow is that we can have editors and freelancers from around the world that can just log in, mount the drive vis-a-vis Shade, jump in, pick up a project right there versus, having to be tied down by a talent pool and everything in your local community or your local city or your local state. You kind of open that up and it has a whole nother workflow, and you can work with a lot of different teams or individual freelancers that have different sets and skills right from a mounted drive from Shade.
And now with their workflow optimized, they're able to really think about how they can differentiate themselves from their competition. And this is where the entire company reaps the rewards of a well-streamlined post-production workflow.
Something I've seen over the past kind of 10 years develop too is a lot of these companies have a smaller, more lean internal team for marketing or something like that. So this really helps us partner with them, not to view them as like a force to compete with, but we're supporting them with the library and footage that we shot that's beautiful, color graded great. They can integrate into their reels too if we're not managing their social medias. But if we are, great, we've got them. But if not, we're a partnership with them. They have access to Shade and they can pull these clips and use that for all of their social content. So many projects throughout my entire career, a lot of the footage is sitting on a back shelf, not being used. You put together a great edit. It might be a brand video edit. It might be like a string out of certain kind of highlight reels, but there's a whole lot. And now with the emergence of a lot of like social media first or social media forward campaigns or ideas, they want access to potentially a lot of that raw footage that's not color graded or just kind of sitting out there. So we build a whole robust library for our clients of all the usable shots from the entire catalog that AV went out and shot and filmed.
Especially now in the social media time frame, asking $150,000 for a project and they get a 1-minute video, that's unrealistic now. If there's a competition, we'll win it every time.
If you're a company like Fieldwrk, or you just know that your post-production workflow is a little bit of a mess, then check the link below and try a demo of Shade today.